And another lawsuit has been filed over one of the governor's executive orders.
This time, farmers are fighting a requirement that says all workers have to be tested for COVID-19 by Monday. Fox 17's Michael Martin talked to a farmer who says that order, Michael, goes too far.
Yeah, guys, good evening. Just this week, a judge struck down that request for a temporary restraining order that would have stopped these requirements from going into effect, though the lawsuit will continue on in court as, according to the farmer we spoke to, they could mean the end of his business.
It's too much and too late.
Farmer Fred Lates referring to an order from state health officials requiring all migrant or seasonal workers to be tested for COVID-19 by August 24th.
And especially when you have a workforce that's been here, hasn't went anywhere, they might as well keep working. Why test them?
Lates owns Lates Farms in Sodus Township and feels that the order requires too much and could end up having dire consequences for Michigan farms.
I believe that would shut us down. The only time we leave the yard is when we go to the store, okay? So very minimum exposure. There's no parties, no going to the beach or anything like that.
Many of his 227 employees are migrant workers, and he's concerned that one positive test or even a false positive could leave him without anyone to run the farm.
If we have a worker test positive, we have so many people that are within 6 feet of each other working in the packing shed for over 15 minutes at a time that everybody in there would have to quarantine.
While the Michigan Farm Bureau is concerned the order unfairly targets majority Latino migrant workers, another issue raised in the lawsuit filed against the state.
The pushback from the workers really was the spark for this and their concerns that they were being singled out. We're also hearing anecdotally that farm workers are making the decision that they're not going to submit to the testing and that they're going to seek work in other industries where this testing requirement isn't in place.
The order also says all employees who arrive after the August 24th deadline must also be tested and then housed away from the other workers for at least 2 weeks, which the Farm Bureau says could affect supply chains and the food you see in your grocery store.
The secondary effects are that without workers to help, harvest crops and see us through, this is really the busiest time of the year. For farmers, that will have a ripple effect too through the food supply.
Yeah, and so again, Rob Anderson with the Michigan Farm Bureau says the lawsuit will continue on in court. Despite that judge's decision, they hope to make their case in front of a judge as that moves forward. Now, the director of the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services did issue a statement in response to the judge's decision. He said it should help reduce the impact or the spread of COVID across the state and reduce the impact or the disparate impact that it's had on Latinos throughout Michigan. For now, live in Kent County, Michael Martin, Fox 17 News.